of Leia. Okay, so as a review again, so we have the three line of physical defenses or physical defense. Of course, una, so we have the first line of defense. Of course, ang first lines of defense, mga coverage na example niyan, of course, we have the perimeter fences or yung mga perimeter barriers or guards at the gate. So that is the first line of defense. Okay, of course, we have the second line of defense, yung doors, yung floors, yung windows, walls, roofs, and grills, and other entries to a building. That is the second line of defense. Please familiarize yung mga defenses class ha. Baka sa board exam sasabihin nila, the following are second line of defense except. Okay, so para familiarize kayo or alam nyo kung saan na belong yung ating second line or first line of defense. Madali lang naman yan i-distinguish. Then of course, we have the third line of defense. We have the storage system like cabinets, okay, locks, safes, bolts, and interior file rooms. Of course, mamaya explain natin further what is line, what is safe, and what is vault. Okay, so yan yung third line of defense. Okay, of course, nakakita na ba kayo ng safe and vaults? Of course, mamaya ma-explain natin what is safe and what is vault, kung ilan or gaano sila katagal. Okay. Okay, dito tayo sa first question. Sino yung first natin na magbubuo nun? Okay, first to read the question si Binuya. Binuya, nandyan ka?
Sir, naririnig po ba?
Yes, loud and clear.
These
Sige.
are barbed wire placed above the vertical fence in order to increase physical protection of establishments or installations. A. Top tower. B. Top guard. C. Cellar guard. D. Tower guard house.
Okay, sige. Okay, so thank you, these are barbed wires placed above the vertical fence in order to increase physical protection of establishment or installation. Ibig sabihin, yung barcode, or ba yung gate nila, dadagdagan mo pa. Okay, so ano yung tawag natin doon, class? To increase physical protection of the establishment. Okay, so dapat very common na yan, no? Yan yung paborito na nasa board exam na itanong. Okay, so that is, of course, that is very good. That is top guard, letter B. Okay, top guard, of course, yung top tower. Okay, yung tower guard house naman. So, ang purpose ng tower guard house class, yung, di ba, merong guard house dito tapos may tower doon sa loob. Kahit walang tao yung naka-duty doon, meron yung psychological effect. Okay, based on the security. Kumbaga, it is perceived na meron nagbabantay doon sa taas kahit wala naman. Okay? So kapag 'di ba kapag may establishment na merong tower guard house, okay, ngayon lang naka 1 point agad. Okay lang 'yan. Bonus question. Okay. So ayan. So again kasi ang tower guard house, yung tinatawag natin na tower guard house, meron siyang psychological explanation kung bakit nilalagay yan. Okay, so of course, it is perceived nga, sinasabi na merong nakabantay dyan sa taas, kaya yung mga would-be violators or mga perpetrators natin, magdadalawang isip yan before papasok or papasukin yung establishment o yung installation natin. Okay, that is top guard. Okay, so yung cellular guard, that is mga distractors lang. Mamaya, ma-explain pa natin yan, class, on the following. Again, pag sinabi natin top guard, it is any barbed wires class that in order to protect or in order to increase physical protection. Yun lang ang focus niyo, that is top guard. Okay, of course, class, we have the guard control stations. Of course, it is normally na makikita natin sa main perimeter entrance or yung barriers, class, in order to secure yung areas located out of doors and manned by guards on full-time basis. Kaya di ba, guard control station. So ang nagmamando dyan, or it is manned by security guards on duty. Kaya guard control stations. Then we have tower guard or guard tower na tinatawag natin. So our house-like structure above the perimeter barriers, it gives psychological effect to violator. So yun yung sinabi ko kanina, o di ba, na-advance na. So di ba sa ilang taon ko na nagtuturo ng review. So pati yung PowerPoint ko, alam ko kung ano yung next na lalabas, ano yung next na mag-appear. Di ba? Kahit period, no? Alam na alam. Okay, so again, ang guard control stations, it is normally makikita natin class sa entrance to secure the area. Okay, so of course, it is manned by security guards on duty. Then we have the tower or guard tower, yung house-like structure na, of course, elevated. Mas mataas yan above the perimeter barriers to give psychological effect to violators. Ibig sabihin, mag-iisip pa sila or magdadalawang isip pa sila class before they will commit or they will involve in criminality. So that is tower guard or guard tower. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed now. Okay, next. Pakibasa si Karina. Karina, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
The protective alarm system that consists of ringing up a visual or audible alarm near the object to be protected is called central station system, B. Proprietary system, local alarm system, and auxiliary alarm system.
Okay. So the protective alarm system that consists of bringing up a visual or audible alarm near the object to be protected is called. Okay, what is that class? Central, proprietary, local alarm, or auxiliary alarm system? Okay. Local alarm. So mamaya class, ma-explain natin yung different types of alarms that we have, that we had in the Philippines. Of course, doon yung malalaman. Okay, so that's sumagot. Wait lang, isa natin sa GC natin. Baka yung iba hindi alam na nag-start na. Okay. So, sana yung sagot nyo? Bakit dalawa pa lang yung sumagot? Okay, so let's answer. So, okay, majority of you answered local alarm system. Ang sagot natin dyan, okay, that is letter C. Okay, local alarm system. Okay, very good. So, mabuti pala yung ano ninyo. Maganda siguro yung gising nyo ngayong umaga. Medyo na jackpot. May jackpot. Okay, so we have the different protective alarm system class. So discuss natin yan today. Okay, so we have, of course, the central station system. Then we have the proprietary system, the auxiliary system. Of course, sorry, bakit pupunta na? Okay. 15. Okay, so pag sinabi nating central station system, of course, it is a meron control station is located outside of the plant or installation. Again, pag sinabi nating central station system, yung alarm, okay, kung saan in case na may nangyaring nakawan, is located outside the plant or installation. Nakuha ninyo? Yan yung tanda ninyo, ha? So yan yung tinatawag natin na central station system. Pag sinabi naman nating proprietary system, it is located, yung alarm class, it is located in the industrial firm itself with a duty operator. Ibig sabihin, kung saan yung building, doon mismo located or doon mismo nakalagay yung alarm. So anytime kapag may nangyaring nakawan or kapag may nangyaring threats, of course, it is operated or it is manned by a duty operator. Nakuha ninyo? Then of course, we have the auxiliary system. Okay, auxiliary alarm system. Yung, it is of course a company or it is a company-owned alarm system. wherein yung alarm nila class is within the nearest police station so that in case of need, direct call is possible. Mind you class, take note, yung ating auxiliary alarm system, yan yung ngayon mostly na meron sa mga bank nationwide. Okay? So ang meron silang protective alarm system class, nakalagay or connected yan sa nearest police station para in case na may nangyaring nakawan, halimbawa na open yung vault at na-open yung safe. Okay? So automatic class, mag-alarm yan. Then agad-agad pupunta yung mga police officers doon sa mga sa mall rin. Okay? So mostly yan na yun ngayon 'di ba? Very na. And take note kung hindi niyo pa alam kung may bala kayong magnakaw ng bangko, wag niyo na ituloy kasi kung hindi niyo pa alam, once na na-open mo yung vault, okay? Kung hindi pa kayo nakakita ng vault, ang laki ng vault nakapasok na ako ilang times na. Okay, yung vault class, kapag na-open niyo yan, kasi diba doon ang mga pera, yun yung mga documents, yung mga titles na mga lupa, lahat. Okay? So, kapag na-open nyo yan class, automatic, sisirain, may lalabas na blue na liquid, sisirain niya yung pera. So, meaning, unlike before, okay, so unlike before, yung security system na meron tayo, kasi bago lang yan na sa Bangko Sentral, di ba? So unlike before, kapag nakuha mo, pwede mo pang pakinabangan yung pera. Ngayon, automatic, once na nag-ring or na-open mo yung vault, in case lang naman automatic sisirain yung pera. Okay? So ano mangyayari sa pera? Of course, papalitan yan class ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba ninyo? So that's why it is very important okay na wag na kayong magnakaw, di ba? So kasi useless lang 'yan pagdating sa of course hindi yan mapapakinabangan. Nakuha niyo? So kapag hindi niyo pa alam 'yon, so dapat alamin niyo kasi meron blue liquid na lalabas na nasisirain yung pera. Okay, so ano mangyayari sa pera, sir? Of course, papalitan yan ng Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. So kahit isang lamo yan or kahit anong gagawin mo, but still, walang mangyayari dyan. Nakuha ninyo? Nasundan ninyo ba? Okay lang ba yung ating audio? Walang problema?
Opo, sir. Okay.
Okay, sige. Okay, so ulitin natin. So we have the protective alarm system as a summary. Tandaan niyo, pag sinabi nating central station system, ang alarm is located outside. Ibig sabihin sa labas ng establishment, sa labas ng plant or any installation or any business enterprises. Again, ang central station system, ang alarm system or ang control or yung alarm is located outside the establishment or the plant. While the proprietary system naman, yung alarm niya class is located within, okay, the firm itself. Again, pag sinabi natin proprietary system or alarm system, ang alarm ay matatagpuan within the firm or within the industrial firm itself. While the auxiliary alarm system or auxiliary alarm control na tinatawag natin, of course, it is a company-owned alarm system wherein ito yung pinakapatok ngayon, wherein yung alarm is located to the nearest, yung pinakamalapit na police station in case of need or in case na kinakailangan, halimbawa, merong nalooban or nanakawan sa loob, automatic mag-alarm dyan, agad-agad darating yung police kasi doon lang naka-located sa kanila. Okay? So yon yung central, proprietary, and auxiliary alarm system. May tanong ba? Wala na. Nakuha nyo? Nasundan ninyo class? Okay na? So, okay, sige. Next. Okay, proceed tayo sa dito. Okay, so next na sasagot si Chanin. Chanin. Nandyan ka, Chanin? Babae ba si Chanin? Chanin. Chanin or Chanin? Wala, hindi sumasagot si Chanin. After ni Chanin, si Che. Nandito ba si Che?
Andito po.
Ay, okay, sige. Ayan.
A standby lightning which can be utilized in the event of electrical failure, either due to the local equipment or commercial power failure is called A. Emergency lighting. B. Movable lighting. C. Standby lighting. D. Stationary luminary.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so wala palang microphone si ano. Okay, si Janine. Okay, sige. A standby lighting, okay, a standby nakalagay which can be utilized in the event of electrical failure, either due to local equipment or commercial power failure is called letter A, emergency lighting, letter B, movable lighting, letter C, standby lighting, and letter D, stationary. Tandaan nyo klasa, kapag sumasagot kayo ng board exam question, okay, tandaan nyo yung kapag nagsa-start sa an, the, okay? Ang kasunod yan, class, is the keyword. Okay? So, ang next dito sa of course, standby or A, standby. So, dyan kayong focus. It is a standby lightning. Okay? So, what is that, class? Or indirect questions na tinatawag natin. Very good, Che. Okay? So, naturo ba yan sa inyo ni Dr. Peckley? Yung indirect question, direct questions, and case analysis? Okay? Of course, naturuan ko na kayo sa case analysis. Okay, very good. So, ayan. So, very good kasi na in-apply na nila Che, di ba? So, of course, sila Sir Lloyd, naturuan na rin yan sila. Okay, sige, what is the standby lightning which can be utilized in the event of electrical failure? Okay, so in the event of electrical failure, naka-standby lang yan. Of course, that is emergency lighting. Okay, so emergency lighting, di ba? Automatic kapag walang power, automatic yan siya mag-activate. Kaya nga, that's why it is a standby lightning. Okay, it is a local equipment or commercial power failure is called, di ba? Meron tayong mga yung emergency lightning, di ba? Yan actually yung aking project nung president pa ako ng CCJE. Na-remember mo Sir Lloyd, di ba? Okay. So emergency lightning. O so ibig sabihin automatic kapag halimbawa
Yes, very useful sa 306.
di ba? Di ba? Hanggang ngayon nandun pa rin eh. Di ko alam kung yung mga kasunod meron silang mga project. At tapos yung ano pa 'di ba, yung sound system gamit na gamit pa rin nila ngayon. Sa atin yun sa time ko or sabay rin tayo. Okay. 'Di ba?
Ang sa time namin yung sa faculty room ng mga sofa.
Social. Social pala sa inyo. Ay dapat sa bahay rin namin. Binilhan nyo.
Pag magtawag ko kagawad.
Ay, tumakbo ka ng kagawad? Sino ba tumakbo ng kagawad dito? Nagtumakbo ka ng kagawad? Hindi.
Wala,
hindi
tapos
pa.
akong term.
Tapos lang term mo. So hindi ka tatakbo ng kapitan next year. Ay, next. Si Che, hindi ka tumakbo. Wala bang dito? Walang
ikaw.
Ayaw ko. Magkano lang yung sahod eh. Joke. So, president daw si Che. Okay. Okay, so mas maganda yun, di ba? Okay, so ano yan, mas stress pa, di ba? So, si Sir Lloyd kasi pang kapitan talaga yan, di ba? So, pang public service. Ayoko ng yung baka may mga somo, no? So, wag na lang. Okay, so ayan, emergency lighting. Sa inyo pala yung yung sofa, social, no, di ba? So, si Pacheco nasa na ngayon, nasa Coast Guard.
Coast Guard sa Manila or Iloilo ata.
Official na siya, mag-official na siya. Very good.
Mate.
Tapos yung girlfriend mo na si Ma'am Yvonne, nakita ko sa SM last day. Okay, sige. Okay, so ayan. Again.
Nagkalaman na sa...
Ano yun? Okay, di ba? Sana all. Okay, so yan. Ano lang yun, patalastas. Okay, ayan, emergency lighting. It is a standby lighting class. Of course, ang movable lighting, of course, from the word itself, movable, anytime pwede nating ma-transfer yan from one place to another. Then, of course, ang standby, okay, that is the keyword for emergency lighting. What is the stationary naman, class? Ano yung ating keywords sa stationary luminary or stationary lighting? Ano yung keyword natin? Kapag stationary. Pag stationary ka, tandaan nyo lang yung keyword na fixed. Okay? Di ba? Ang emergency lightning, standby lightning. While ang stationary, from the word itself, ibig sabihin, stationary, naka-fix na yan. Okay? It is a fixed lightning na ginatawag natin. Nakuha ba? Naintindihan niyo class? Nasundan niyo?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nakuha ba? Okay, sige. So again, ang emergency lightning, it is a standby lighting when in case of electrical failure or yung walang power. Okay, then of course, ang stationary naman, of course, that is a fixed lightning or luminary. Okay, so yan. Next tayo. So again, we have the protective lighting. Ang standby lighting, okay, it can be turned on manually or by special device. Sorry. Okay, ang standby lighting, it can turn on manually or by special device or other automatic means when there is a suspicious entry. Ang standby lightning cast, okay, so yung mga uso ngayon, yung may mga sensor, di ba? Lalo na yung mga solar, di ba? So standby lightning ang tawag natin diyan. It can then of course yung ibang diyan naka-connect sa CCTV, then of course yan automatic mag-activate kapag merong suspicious entry. There is a standby lightning. Okay, so yan yung standby lightning. Pag sinabi naman natin stationary luminary, of course it is a fixed, tama? Okay, nakalagay diyan. It is a fixed luminaries to flood given area continuously with overlap. So it is a fixed luminaries. Yun lang yung tandaan niyo dyan. Then of course, we have the movable lighting. Ang movable lighting, of course, it manually operated lights. Of course, it can be moved any elsewhere. So yun yung purpose ng movable lighting. Of course, it is only a supplementary ng standby and stationary lighting. Okay, so protective lighting, standby. Of course, automatic means or automatic, it can be turned on manually or by special device or yung by sensor. Ang stationary naman, fixed yan. Ang movable lighting naman, of course, kapag it is a supplementary lang class within sa standby and stationary luminary. Of course, movable, it can be transferred any elsewhere. Okay. Next to answer, please read after Nietzsche. Sino yung isa? Bakit hindi ko makita? Next, si Daniel J. Mondelo. Daniel or Daniel? Sige. Nandyan ka? Okay, sige.
Yes, sir. The issued key to open main entrance gate and office is called A. Master key, B. Master keying system, C. Mason keying, D. Key control.
Okay, so the issued key to open main entrance or main entrance gate and office is called. Okay, what is that? Okay, dalawa pa lang sumagot. Okay, so saan yung iba? Okay, so let's answer. So the issued key to open the main entrance gate and office is called, of course, that is Mason keying. Okay, so that is letter C. Okay, master, iba-iba yung sagot ninyo. So dito class, very complicated to pero madali lang itong tandaan. Ito yung tandaan ninyo. Okay, so dito tayo. Okay, so we have the protective locks and keys. Of course, we have the types of keys. Una dyan, so we have the change key. Again, tandaan niyo pag change key, one level. So ibig sabihin, it is a key to a single lock within a master key system. Okay, so change key or one level. So ang ma-open niya, single lock or isa lang. Then we have the master key. Ang master key naman class, that is two level. All levels operated by change key and master key. Okay, master key operates all locks generally of one building. Okay, master key, ibig sabihin, it can open all locks of one particular building or establishment. While ang grand master key, ibaba muna natin yung ano natin Ang grand master key naman class, it is a third level or the 3 level. All locks operated by change key, by master key, and grand master key. Tandaan nyo lang kung titingnan niyo ang pattern, pag sinabi natin change key, okay, so it can open single lock, okay, within a master key system. While ang master key, of course, it is operated by change key, okay, and master key system, yung tinatawag natin. While the Grand Master Key class, yung third level, it is operated by change key. Okay? Tawag nito na nabanggit niya si change key. Nabanggit niya rin or ma-open niya rin si Master Key and ma-open niya rin si Grand Master Key. Nasundan niyo class? Ulitin natin. Ang change key, it can open or it is a key to a single lock. While ang master key naman, of course, it is operated by change key and master key. Wherein ma-open niyo yung change key and master key. Whereas ang grandmaster, it can be operated by change key, master key, and grandmaster key. Nasundan niyo, ganun lang ang ano doon. Ganun lang ang pattern natin. Then, of course, we have the another one, the Great Grand Master Key. It is a fourth level or the 4 level. It is operated by change key, master key, Grand Master Key, and Great Grand Master Key. So yun lang yung pattern natin from first level to fourth level. Then we have the 5th level, okay, or the 5 level. So of course, it is operated by change key, by master key, Grand Master Key, Great Grand Master Key, and of course, Great Grand Master Key. So ganun ka-importante. So ayun, so ulitin natin. So of course class, ang pattern natin, tandaan nyo lang yung pattern na ano natin kapag sa ano, okay? So yan lang ang sundan natin, balikan natin doon. Para maano lang ninyo, ma-familiarize. Pero hindi naman sila masyadong natatanong dito sa mga keys, but then kailangan nyo lang paghandaan. So again, ang types of key, change key, the first level. Ano ma-open niya? Yung single lock. Ang master key naman, of course, it is operated by change key and master key. Ang grand master key, it is operated ng tatlo. Change key, master key, and grand master key. Ulit-ulitin nyo lang yan. Then we have the next, the Great Grand Master Key. It is operated by change key, master key, grand master key, and Great Grand Master Key. Then ang Great Grand Master Key naman, it is operated by change key, master key, grand master key, Great Grand Master Key, and Great Grand Master Key. Nasundan niyo class? Nasundan ba? Nasundan? Nasundan niyo class? Pa-confirm daw. Okay, so ayan. Okay, thank you. Okay, next to answer. Okay, after ni Daniel, si Sir Lloyd. Thank you, Sir Lloyd.
A metallic container used for the safekeeping of documents or small items in an office or installation. A metallic container used for the safekeeping of documents or small items in an office or installation. A. file room, B, vault, C, file cabinet, D, safe.
Okay, so thank you. So metallic container used for the safekeeping of a documents or small items in an office or installation. Of course, it is a metallic container. Then it is to keep small items in an office or installation. Very obvious, no? Ang sagot. So sampalin natin hindi makakuha ng tamang sagot dito. Okay. So ayan. Okay. So ano na talaga? Ang hindi makakuha ng sagot dito, ano ibig sabihin nun? BOBO. Ay, bring your own baon. Ay, BYOB pala. Okay. Okay, may bu, di ba? Para social, may bu na lang, sabi ni Che. So ano yun? May bobo? Grabe. Okay, so again, of course, class, it is a safe. Di ba? Nakalagay na dyan, no? It is a metallic container. Ang purpose niya is for safekeeping of documents or small items in an office or installation. Small items na nga, di ba? Kaysa naman isasagot mo si Volt, di ba? Okay, so dito tayo. Okay, so we have the protective cabinets na tinatawag natin, class. So we have the types of security cabinet na meron tayo. Of course, una dyan, so we have the safe. Of course, ang safe, class, it is a metallic container. Ang purpose niya is for safekeeping of documents or small items in an office or installation. Actually, ang tanong, ginawa ng PRC, kinopy-paste niya lang yung definition ng safe dito. Kasi di ba lahat ng pinopost ko dito, class, or lahat ng ginagamit ko na tanong, are previous board exam questions. So hindi ko yan ginagawa-gawa, galing mismo yan sa PRC. Okay? Kasi papa ko yung PRC. Okay, joke lang. Okay, so again, pag sinabi natin safe, again, ang purpose niya is for the safekeeping of a small items or document. So then of course, we have the vault. Ang vault naman, it is a heavily constructed fire and burglar resistance. Of course, ang purpose niya, class, tandaan niyo, heavily constructed fire and burglar resistance. Ibig sabihin, ang vault, class, automatic. Ngayon, of course, sa ngayon, kung titignan yung vault, naka-install na talaga sa building itself. Okay? So, part of the building na yung vault talaga. Kaya, hindi yan basta-basta. Of course, it is a fire and burglar resistance. Okay, fire. Ibig sabihin matagal yan siya matagal yan siya matupok. Or of course, burglar resistance, pag sinabi natin, meron bang burglary sa Pilipinas, class? Okay, tanong ko, meron bang burglary sa Pilipinas? Yes or no? Meron?
Nakamute ka, sir.
Okay. Sige, wala. Okay, very good. So wala pa tayong burglary okay, sa Pilipinas. Kaya nagtaka ako yung student, sir, pwede po ba nung sa TikTok? Ay, ang dami sa TikTok at sa Facebook Sir, pwede pa nagme-message. Pwede po ba explain ng difference ng burglary at larceny at tapos yung second degree murder, first degree murder. Sabi ko, saan nyo naman kinuha yan? Hindi, sabi ng instructor namin, sir, ganito yung sagot, burglary. Sabi ko, bakit nasa Amerika kayo? Bakit isagot nyo sa burglary? Okay, so yun, class, ang common mistake nila, di ba? Mali yung natuturo na, again, wala tayong burglary, wala tayong larceny, wala rin tayong first degree murder, wala tayong second degree murder. Ang meron na tayo sa Pilipinas, robbery, theft, homicide, murder, and so on. Kung ano yung nasa revised penal code, yun lang yung mga crimes na meron tayo. Nakuha niyo? Okay, so again, ang vault, it is a heavily constructed fire and burglar resistance container. Of course, it is usually, nakalagay dyan, it is a part of the building structure used to keep and protect cash, documents, and negotiable instruments or yung mga titles, okay, yung mga agreement between the parties. So that is the vault na tinatawag natin. Then, of course, we have the file room. Ang file room naman, class, nakita nyo na siguro, nakasilip ba kayo sa registrar ninyo? Registrar. Okay, so meron yan. Okay, every registrar ng school or university or colleges yan, class, meron tayong tinatawag na file room. Ang file room, it is a cubicle in the building. Of course, it is a little lighter than a vault but bigger in size. So pwedeng makapasok ang 10 or 5 tao dyan to accommodate limited people to work on the records inside. So yung sa mga register ninyo, class, halimbawa nag-start yung school ninyo from 1950s, yung mga record na mga mama ninyo or yung mga lolo at lola ninyo, nandyan pa yan sa tinatawag natin na file room. Naka-arrange yan hanggang sa present. Okay? So, ang file room, class, of course, file room yun siya. Parang buong kwarto yan. Okay? You can, it can accommodate limited people to work on the records inside. Of course, di ba, naka-cabinet yan depending on the year. Para kapag may mag-request ng kanilang records, anytime pwede nilang ma-retrieve yan. Yun yung purpose ng file room. Of course, class, hindi lang yan sa registrar. Sa every businesses, meron yan. Sa bangko, sa malls, and any other establishment or business enterprises. Again, ulitin natin. In the protective cabinets, we have the types of security cabinet. Ang safe, it is a metallic container. Kahit yan lang yung keyword niyo, ang purpose ng safe is for the safekeeping of documents in a small items or in an office or installation. While ang vault naman, it is a heavily constructed fire and burglar resistance. Of course, it is a part of the building structure or the building itself. While ang file room, of course, it is a cubicle in a building which is bigger in size to accommodate limited people to work on the records inside. Of course, yan yung purpose ng file room. Of course, para anytime pwedeng ma-retrieve yung mga yung ating mga files. Okay, so yan yung purpose ng file room. Nasa ano pala ako, class? Nasa Catanduanes ako ng November 2 ba ang alis ko. Okay, so Catanduanes. So ano yun. But of course magkaklase pa rin tayo, same routine. Nasa ano tayo, gabi ay 6 p.m. Sama Sir Gulong lang. Okay, sa Gulong na daw si Che. Ano yun yung ano after ko umabot sa Manila, magsakay yung bus ng parang barge ba yun or parang barko, di ko alam. Parang yun. So, maganda naman kasi parang prinsipe naman ako doon kasi VIP tayo. Okay, so, yun yung maganda, class, kapag ano ka. Sir, pag ganun, shoulder pamasayo mo ng school or review center. Yes, wala akong ilalabas na pera dyan, class, ha? Wala akong ilalabas. Lahat ng ticket ko from plane, pagsakay ko ng taxi, paglabas ko ng bahay, pag sakay ko ng taxi, bayad yan lahat. Pag abot ko ng Manila, yung taxi nakabook na rin yan. Bayad lang lahat, class. Okay? So, ganun. Ganun ang buhay ng lecturer. Then, ang ano mo lang doon, yung ano mo, yung, tawag nito, ang ano mo lang, yung puhunan mo, of course, yung bosses mo, diba? So, dapat kailangan, ganun yung magandang trabaho talaga, yung lecturer. Of course, lalo na kapag national lecturer ka, class. Diba? So, baka within this year, ko na lahat, malibot ko na lahat ang Philippines. Kapag hindi man, baka maybe next year, diba? Okay, so lahat na, mapuntahan. So, maganda talaga doon, class, sa mga kaya, di ba? Kahit saan ako nakakapunta, but still, nagkaklase pa rin ako. So, ano yun? Yun yung puhunan or dapat ganun yung gagano ninyo. Kaya that's why, kapag may mga lecturer kayo, of course, yung mga nakukuha nyo sa akin, kapag maging lecturer kayo soon, di ba? So, magagamit nyo yan. Okay? So, hindi naman basihan kung magta-top notcher ka or ano. Basta magaling ka, confident, then you are willing to learn, di ba? So, alam nyo ba yung mga magagaling na lecturers are not top-notchers, di ba? Hindi sila mga top-notcher, pero sila yung tumatagal sa business. Sila yung pinakamagaling. Kasi nga, of course, meron silang, very open-minded, gusto nilang matuto, or meron Yes, 'di ba? Tama, Che, 'di ba? Okay, so marami nagrereklamo sa akin na ay sir, ganito, bakit ganun magturo yung top 1, top 2 ganito. Hindi kami makarelate ganito ganyan. Tapos iba-iba yung sinasabi. Pero sa akin, syempre hindi ko pwedeng sabi ko, of course, iba-iba rin yung weakness, iba-iba yung strength and weaknesses ng hindi naman ibig sabihin na top notcher magaling magturo. Baka magaling lang siya magsulat, 'di ba? Or magaling lang siya sa written. Ang maging successful talaga yung magaling magsalita or yung confident kahit hindi naman masyadong kung kahit more lang, kahit average pero very open-minded, was willing to learn. Yun yung maabot niya kasi 'di ba? May student kami class sa cream coach na top notcher. Oh yes, salita. Very good. Yung salita mo, convincing. Kumbaga, kasi kahit lawyer ka pa class, kahit doctor ka pa, kung hindi ka makarelate or wala kang magic na may transfer yung nalalaman mo sa students, walang mangyayari, di ba? So, ilang yan, proven and tested na yan sa mga review center class. Ganito kasi yan. Okay. Marami akong review center na napupuntahan na mga lawyer yung pumunta doon. Tapos yung mga doctor na, yung mga degree nila. Tapos yung mga ang students doon sa review center na yon umabot ng 500. Alam mo ba, nung afternoon, lawyer nag-handle sa kanila, hindi na bumalik. 15 students na lang yung natira, di ba? Tapos yung isa naman, doctor. Out of wala na talagang bumalik nung hapon, di ba? Kasi nga hindi sila makaintindi. Hindi nila binababa yung level nila. Then maraming ring top notcher na pupunta doon, hindi na nakaulit kasi nga yun, hindi nila mai-transfer yung nalalaman nila. Masyadong mabilis or hindi wala silang technique na kumbaga naboboard sila. Kaya yun yung pero sa akin so far every time na kapag ini-invite ako class, wala, parang lang, parang yung 5 days or 6 days na nagle-lecture ako, parang lang, walang absent yon first day to last day kasi 'di ba kapag sa face to face class iba talaga yung natin yung atake. So that's why hindi ibig sabihin na maging top notcher ka or nahuli ka pumasa sa board exam hindi ka maging magaling na lecturer, okay? Nakadepende yan sa iyo. Meron kaming student sa cream coach, top notcher siya last board exam, si Sir summa cum laude. Tapos, top notcher pa ng board exam. Pero hanggang ngayon, hindi pa rin kinukuha ng mga review center. Kasi nga, di ba, matalino kung matalino. Pero of course, hindi niya siguro ma-express yung sarili niya. So that's why class, meron tayong tinatawag na IQ at EQ. So dapat, okay lang yung average yung IQ mo. Basta yung EQ mo, dapat confident ka, di ba? So katulad nito. So, very na-appreciate ko yung mga students na agad-agad nagbabasa or nagbo-volunteer kasi gustong-gusto ko 'yon. Kaya ibig sabihin, meron siyang future class. Gusto niya mag-improve, 'di ba? Hindi lang naman ang focus mo dito pumasa sa board exam. After that, hindi ka lang naman magpupulis. Hindi ka lang naman mag-BBJMP or ganito ganyan. Kasi mas malaki ang sahod sa sa lecturer, 'di ba? Yung 2 days, okay, yung 2 days mo na yung pag-lecture, makuha mo na yung sahod ng police in just 2 days. So, ganon class. So, ganon na. So, kasi hindi mo hindi ka mabubuhay ngayon kapag nasa service ka lang, di ba? Yung top 1 nga namin last time, si Sir, nagsa-chat kami. Sabi niya parang nagsisi siya na pumasok siya sa PNP. Okay? Kasi sa PNP, di ba? Kung alam niya lang sana naging lecturer siya na lang or kasi daw. Pero sabi ko may pa naman, may time pa naman. So ganun klase pag-isipan niyo mabuti yan. So of course, yes, a love language mo sir, word of affirmation. Ayan, ako na tagabigay ng sahod sa lecturer. Okay, si Che na daw. Okay, so ganun. Okay. Yes, Che, di ba? So, depende pa yan sa mga big university and colleges. Ako din, sir, nagulat ako na ganun pala kalaki bayad everyday sa lecturer. O, di ba? So, ganun class. So, lalo na kapag you are a national lecturer, you are, ang everyday mo class, of course, hindi mo yan kikitain, di ba? So naawa nga ako sa ano eh. So yung sa may nagtatrabaho sa ano, yung instructor sabi ko magkano ba yung sahod mo dito per day? Sabi niya 350 per day. Sabi ko patay. Paano niya na pag nagkakasya yung ano, yung 350 per day, 'di ba? So pamasahe pa lang ganito ganyan. So sabi ko mas swerte pa pala ako kasi ito yung trabaho ko. Kumbaga kahit 1 hour lang ako magsalita, ano na automatic na yung 1 hour meron akong 1,000, 'di ba? So or 800. Okay, depende sa ano sa review center. So 'di ba kung 8 hours per day, so ayan, 'di ba? Umabot ka ng 8,000 or 10,000 per day, 'di ba? Minsan nga sa big university, sa yung mga top performing school kapag doon ako nagle-lecture class, ang lalaki sila magbigay 15,000, no, 'di ba? Per day or 10,000 per day. So 'di ba? So ganoon, binibigyan ko lang kayo ng ano ng idea, baka gusto niyo rin. Of course, depende yan class sa kaya ng school, kaya ng review center kung magkano ibigay nila. Hindi naman namimilit, 'di ba? So kaya dapat invest on your ano as much as possible, wag yun pero ano yan yung sinasabi ko sa mga students, wag yung hanapin yung method or yung teaching skills ko sa iba kasi iba-iba naman kami ng ano. O yung iba kasi kapag ganito ay si Sir Patches yung ano yung lecturer namin dapat present kami, sa iba naman ay hindi na sila pumapasok, wag ganon. Okay? So para ano naman, so may makukuha at makukuha pa rin kayo diyan sa iba. So again, ulitin natin ang safe. It is a metallic container. Ang vault naman, it is of course, it is a part of the building. Of course, larger in size compared sa vault. And ang file room naman, of course, meron siyang cubicle to accommodate limited people to work on the records inside. Okay? Nakuha ninyo? Of course, class, iba pa yung bayad kapag final coaching. Ibang final coaching na bayad eh. Okay, so baka sila Sir Lloyd, sila lahat kayo dito, sila Che, lahat baka gusto niyo maging lecturer soon, 'di ba? Of course, open na yung face-to-face na review center ko ba? O 'di ba? So kapag maging top notcher man kayo o hindi, okay? So meron kayong chance, 'di ba? Okay, so ayan. So after that si JB, pakibasa.
Is an inquiry into the character, reputation, discretion, integrity, morals, and loyalty of an individual in order to determine a person's suitability for appointment, access to a classified matter, ABI, EPBI, CCBI, DPSI.
Okay, so it is an inquiry into the character, reputation, discretion, integrity, morals, and loyalty of an individual in order to determine a person's suitability for appointment, access to classified matter. Okay. Okay, so it is an inquiry. Of course, we have BI, background investigation. So mamaya, PBI, CBI, partial, complete, and PSI. Sige, what is that class? Titingnan yung character mo. Okay, yung reputation, discretion. Okay, yung 17 participant, please answer. Okay, so sagot lang class. Okay. So let's answer. So majority PBI, PSI. Okay, iba-iba yung sagot ninyo ah. Okay, ang sagot natin dyan class, that is PSI. Okay, may sumagot pa ng PSI. Okay, meron si Christopher. Okay, si Christopher. Okay, so explain natin ng kaibahan nila class. Okay, so pag sinabi nating types of personal security investigation, of course, we have local agency check. Okay, are you familiar with local agency check or LAC? Kapag kumuha tayo ng barangay clearance, okay, saan papasok yan class? Sa local agency check, sorry, or LAC, or national agency check? Saan papasok ang police, what we call the barangay clearance? Saan papasok class? Sa local ba or sa national? Lisa.
National.
Ang barangay clearance? Okay. Local. Okay, sa LAC class. Okay, very good. Okay, how about naman kapag kumuha tayo ng NBI clearance, saan pupunta yan or saan papasok? Of course, papasok yan sa NAC. Okay, of the National Agency Check. Okay, National Agency Check ang tawag natin dyan sa NAC. Of course, class, tandaan niyo ngayon, kung napansin niyo ang police clearance na binibigay ng police station nanggagaling or manggagaling na sa national. So di ba dati ang police station na mag-i-issue, ngayon naka-system na like NBI. So ngayon class, ang police clearance, it is labeled now as National Agency Check. Na-realize nyo ba or nakakuha kayo ng mga requirements ninyo? Di ba? Napansin nyo class? Or hindi kayo talaga na, kuha lang kayo ng kuha, hindi nyo pinapansin? May naka-experience ba dito? Sino ba yung kumuha ng police clearance dito ngayon? Yung gagamitin sa board exam? Meron ba? Meron? Wala kayong napansin sa police clearance ninyo? Okay, National Police Clearance. Diba? Anong nakalagay doon, Daniel? Che? Okay, national nakalagay. Okay, very good. So yun class, dapat be observant kayo kasi baka ay dati pwede kang kumuha ng police clearance sa police station ninyo. Ang magsasign yan before yung chief of police ng municipality or ng city ninyo. Pero ngayon, ang police clearance ni Madinyo, babayarin niyo national doon sa system nila, tapos kukunin yan, okay, nasa system na ng nasa database or national system na ng PNP. Then ang magpipirma of course doon sa headquarters. So that's why it is a national agency check na ang police clearance. Kung yung iba na hindi pa nakakuha, please read yung police clearance ninyo. Nakuha ninyo? Okay, na meron ng national police clearance na tinatawag natin. Local agency check and national agency check. Then of course we have the partial background investigation. Sir, may ask po ako, sir, di ba ang Philippines hindi both national and local government share control? Sir, may ask po ako, di ba ang Philippines hindi both national and local government share control? Saan connected na tanong, Che? Sa LEA ba or sa criminal law? Sa LEA. Okay, so ang Philippines daw hindi both national and local government share control. Ang kasi, ang natin, so kung napapansin niyo, siguro ang take ko diyan, ang Pilipinas, kung halimbawa sa Mindanao, ang kita ng Mindanao, 'di ba, i-remit pa 'yan doon sa national. So that's why ang maraming projects na pupunta is nasa Luzon, 'di ba, kung titingnan niyo. Pero kapag nasa yung tinatawag natin na federalism or federal form of the government, distributed yung kita ng Mindanao nasa Mindanao lang. Yung kita ng Luzon nasa Luzon, ang Visayas lang. Ang siguro ni Che, okay, hindi both and local government share control. Okay, so of course class, ang national of course manggagaling yung tinatawag natin na pondo, 'di ba? Sa national. Of course ang sa local number natin, of course they are manned or ang pinapangunahan niya ng, of course, the governor and of course, yung local chief executives natin or yung mayor and the governor. But kung both ba, kung sa tanong niya both national and local governments, ano ba, share ba, yes or no ba? Ang Pilipinas, local government and both national, both ba class? Sa tingin niyo? Kasi 'di ba manggagaling pa rin yung budget sa national, then hindi sir, okay? 'Di ba manggagaling sa national tapos of course some of kaya 'di ba meron tayong tinatawag na era, 'di ba? Si Sir Lloyd alam niya 'to, 'di ba? Kung mas malaki yung kita ng isang municipality or isang city, malaki rin yung sahod ng mga government officials. So ano ba 'yon? Okay, basically sir, since galing pa rin tayo sa taas national ng galing ganhin. Ganin? Anong ganin? Okay, so of course class, ang ano natin talaga, of course both yan So national and local. Okay, but still, meron pa ring percentage class na mapupunta sa atin, di ba? But still, mostly ng kita, hati-hatiin yan. Okay, kaya di ba yung mga more projects na pupunta sa Luzon. Okay. And of course, yung iba nag-i-improve sila doon. Napapabayaan na yung ibang area. Siguro kung mag-federal form of the government tayo, ano lang, hindi both. Tapos kasi pag federal form of the government, yung kita ng Mindanao, kita ng Mindanao. Kita ng Luzon, kita ng Luzon. Kita ng Visayas, kita ng Visayas. So yon. So hopefully next year, na mga 5 years siguro, 10 years from now, maging federal form of the government tayo. Pero depende yan. Kasi maganda ang federal form of the government class. Kung yung kita ng isang bansa, yung kita ng Luzon, doon na sa kanila, kita ng Mindanao, mag-improve talaga ang every yung tinatawag natin islands. Islands ba? Island of Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao. Ibig sabihin, doon lang talaga sa kanila mag-i-improve or gagamitin yung kita rin. Okay, so then we have the partial background investigation or the PBI. Ang partial background investigation, of course, magtatanong lang, hindi siya thorough, hindi siya deep ang investigation when it comes to your character, when it comes to your reputation, that is partial background investigation. Then, of course, the complete background investigation class, ang complete background investigation, lahat na. Okay, from your elementary hanggang kung ano yung trabaho mo recently, then lahat yung antecedents, lahat ng mga circumstances na nandoon ka. So that is the complete background investigation or the CBI. Then of course, ang background investigation. So again, ang background investigation siya, it is a check made on individual. Of course, kapag you're applying for employment, so of course, titingnan din yung mga records mo sa police files, kaya kailangan i-required ka na kumuha ng police clearance, educational institution, your TOR, kung gumraduate ka ba talaga, place of residence, kung saan ka nakatira, and former employers, kung meron kang nag-awol ka ba, or nagnakaw ka ba doon, or meron kang mga ginawang against the before ka ma-accept class, of course, every employment. So, di ba, every business or every employers should seek yung tinatawag natin ng background investigation kung kung hindi nga maganda yung record niya doon sa previous employers niya or sa previous company na pinagtrabahuhan niya, of course, tatanggapin mo pa ba? So that's the purpose class of background investigation, to check yung individual, of course, usually yung naghahanap or wanted to take or seeking employment. Okay? So of course, titingnan lahat yung mga circumstances na meron siya before siya will be accepted on the what we call employment. So background investigation. Okay, ulitin natin. Balikan natin class yung ang question para mas ma-retain sa inyo. So ang tanong, it is an inquiry into the character, reputation, discretion, integrity, and morals, and loyalty of an individual. Ang purpose ng PSI class is the suitability for appointment. Tandaan niyo, suitability for appointment and of course yung access to classified matter. Yan yung purpose ng PSI. Okay? So Yun yung purpose ng PSI. O while yung tinatawag natin na background investigation, titingnan ngayon yung individual para for seeking employment before ma-accept sa trabaho. Okay? So yun yung purpose niya. Then of course, we have the types of personal security investigation. Of course, ang PSI class, that is the general term for local agency check, national agency check or NAC, partial investigation or partial background investigation or the PBI. Then the complete background investigation. Of course, ang background investigation to check an individual usually for those who seeking employment or nag-apply sa trabaho, of course, para fit ba siya or pwede mo ba siyang tanggapin sa trabaho niya. So that is types of personal security investigation. Then, of course, class, so we have the 10 key concept of security survey. So again, pag sinabi natin sa review, pag sinabi natin security survey, of course, it is the on-site inspection class. Tandaan nyo lang, it is a thorough investigation or it is a formal process. Titingnan ninyo yung security or mga vulnerabilities and or yung tinatawag natin na weaknesses or susceptible by yung building or establishment. Of course, class, to validate the program in place for you to have or to provide recommendation para for the improvement of their security program. Kasi every business or every establishment, meron yun silang program in place, class. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng security survey. It is an on-site inspection para kapag yung mga areas wherein weak, okay, masyadong weak yung kanilang, of course, yung mga weak points, ma-improve yan or yung tinatawag natin na makapagbigay ka ng stronger or better recommendation on how to improve their security program. So that is security survey. Ang tanda nyo lang sa security survey class, it is the on-site inspection. Ibig sabihin, it is a thorough, complete investigation or it is a complete inspection, okay, to determine yung kailangan na security program for that particular company or business. Security survey ang tawag natin dyan. Then we have the vulnerability assessment. Ang vulnerability assessment class, of course, titignan from the word itself, vulnerability, yung weaknesses and opportunities from criminal activity. So that is vulnerability assessment. Ang criticality naman, of course, yung impact ng loss of a particular asset on the business as a whole. Ano ba, class, ang pinapangalagaan natin in a particular business or establishment? Ano yung pinapangalagaan natin? Pakilagay sa comment section. So halimbawa, sa McDo or sa Jollibee, bakit hindi magaya ng McDonald's yung timpla ng Jollibee ng tinatawag natin, ay na hindi magaya ng McDonald's ang timpla ng Jollibee sa when it comes sa fried chicken. Then hindi rin magaya ng Jollibee ang lasa ng French fries ng McDonald's. So ano yung pinapangalagaan kasi doon? Okay, sige, sige. May emergency daw si Che. Okay, ano yung pinapangalagaan natin, class? Kapag sa business, ano yung pinapangalagaan natin? Pakilagay sa comment section, please. Okay, so ano yung pinapangalagaan natin, class? Pakilagay sa comment section. Ang trademark, tama naman, pero ano talaga yon? Meron pang iba. Asset, sir. Okay, mali. Okay, ano pa? malapit na yung trademark. Malapit na siya. Medyo, nasa 80%. Okay, so ano talaga yung pinaka-specific term na ginagamit natin when it comes to security? Anong ginagamit natin, class? Ano yon? Trade market? Malapit na. Malapit. Sige pa. Nagsa-start yung second word. Tama yung word na trade. Okay, tama yung word na trade. Yung second word niya na lang nagsa-start sa letter S. Ano yung pinapangalagaan natin? Okay, that is very good. That is trade secret. Okay, very good. That is trade secret ang pinaka-specific term na ginagamit natin, class. Okay, so that's why we have the criticality. Ibig sabihin, ang iniiwasan natin dito, class, or yung particular impact or loss of a particular asset or yung tinatawag natin na trade secret of a business as a whole. So, ayan. So, again, pag sinabi natin trade secret, ano yung sekreto? Yung important spices. Or, halimbawa, baka yung sa Jollibee, ano nila, di ba? Nilalagyan nila ng ihi. Okay. So, yun yung kanilang trade secret, di ba? Kaya masarap yung ano nila. Okay, akala ko unique quality, sir. Okay, hindi yan, ang unique quality, ano lang yan, explanation. Pero ang pinaka-right term natin is the trade secret. Okay, trade secret. Okay, mapanghi. Okay. So baka yung French fries nila nilalagyan nila ng ano ba? Mikos-mikos. Okay. So kaya yon yung tinatawag natin na trade secret, class. Kaya 'di ba kapag before ka mag-resign or before ka mag-stop magtrabaho sa isang company, so dapat 'di ba hintayin mo pa yung 6 months before ka makapagtrabaho sa kalaban nila na company. O di ba? So halimbawa sa Jollibee, after mo sa Jollibee, hindi ka pwedeng pumunta sa McDonald's kasi alam mo 'di ba yung trade secret mo or yung trade secret ng Jollibee. So para hindi mo ma-divulge yung particular trade secret or particular asset. Pag sinabi kasi nating trade secret, class, yan yung hindi dapat malaman, di ba, ng isang company. Okay, yung kalaban mo talaga, di ba? So, of course, class, pwede naman. Pag alis mo sa Jollibee, pwede ka magturo. Hindi naman connected sa pinanggalingan mo yung trabaho mo na kung saan ka umalis. So, ayun yung purpose, class, na tinatawag natin na criticality. Okay, ang pinapangalagaan natin dito or ang iniiwasan natin dito, ang loss of a particular asset on the business as a whole. Nakuha nyo? That is criticality. So, tanda nyo, class, yung trade secret. Then, of course, class, we have the threat analysis. Ang threat analysis, class, of course, yung purpose ng threat analysis to determine which components of the system need to be protected and the types of security risks or yung tinatawag natin threats, they should be protected. Kaya threats analysis yan ang tawag natin. Then we have the event risk. Ang event risk naman, of course, it is an unforeseen or unexpected, unprecedented occurrence hindi natin nakikita that eventually can cause loss of investors or other stakeholders in a company or investment. Diba? Halimbawa, sa yung palaging may giyera na lugar, yun yung purpose, class, ng event risk. Halimbawa, di ba dati sa Cotabato, sino ba yung taga Cotabato dito? Wala, di ba? Or sa, di ba, dati sinasabi nila na palaging may giyera or ganon. So halimbawa, kung ikaw yung CEO, ikaw may-ari ng company, ilalagay mo ba yung business mo sa lugar na yon? Okay? So of course, hindi. Okay? Kasi of course, aside na baka madamay yung business mo or baka baka nagsayang ka lang ng pera. So yun yung purpose ng event risk, di ba? So it is the loss of the investors, it is the loss of the stakeholders or the company or yung investment mo. Baka masayang lang. Yan yung tinatawag natin na event risk. Ibig sabihin, titingnan mo rin yung particular place or area kung okay ba yung lugar na to or okay ba yung respected place na to, hindi ba ako malulugi or hindi ba may threats or may danger na paparating or nakakaharapin kapag tinuloy ko. Yan yung tinatawag natin na event risk. Nakuha ninyo, class? Naintindihan ba? Nakuha. Okay na ba? Nasundan?
Kunin.
Okay, nakunin. Okay, nakunin. Very good. Kapag sinabi ko nakuha, sagutin niyo ako nakunin. Okay. So, yan. Then, of course, we have number 6. We have the loss exposure. Of course, ang loss exposure, tinitingnan natin yung possibility of loss. Okay. Of course, yung ang specific, of course, di ba, in every business, di ba, ang tinitingnan whether aminin nyo man o hindi, of course, financial loss at a particular entity or organization. Gusto ba ng business na wala silang profit? Maniwala ba kayo? 'Di ba kahit school ngayon, business na rin. Tama ba ako? Okay, naku. Okay. So organization faces as a result of a particular peril. Okay, of course, you have assigned value to. Yun yung loss exposure class. The possibility of what we call loss or specifically yung purpose kasi 'di ba ng every business kasi business naman yung pinag-uusapan natin dito is the financial loss of a particular entity or particular organization. Yun yung purpose class ng tinatawag natin na loss exposure. Then, of course, we have the next. Okay, we have the security education. Ang security education, di ba, class? Of course, as a review na lang. Of course, ang security education, yan yung purpose ng matrain sila. Okay, so that information security person require higher education. Aside from that, of course, yung security education, yung mga personnel in a company, dapat meron silang knowledge on the basis or in the basic of security para to prepare them kapag nasa employment na sila or they are in the workplace. O yan yung purpose ng security education. Then, of course, we have the security awareness. Of course, ang security awareness class as a review, it is the knowledge and attitude of the members of the organization or yung mga personnel natin class, of course, for the protection of physical and especially information assets of the organization. So, yung security awareness. So, ang security awareness kasi class, dapat maintindihan ng every what we call, every employees yung importance or relationship ng successful operation and security. So that's why dapat meron silang security awareness or they should be security aware. Okay? They should be aware of what they call the security na dapat meron sila. So security awareness ang tawag natin dyan. Sorry. Then we have the security inspection. Ang security inspection naman, of course, to determine yung established security policies and procedures and protocol. While yung tinatawag natin class na on-site inspection or security survey, di ba thorough yun, complete? Ang security inspection class, ano lang yan, mabilisan or yung tinatawag natin na external or outside of the establishment or outside of the plant or installation. Ang security inspection naman, of course, titingnan lang yan yung kumbaga may nag-comply ba or yung mga actions ng company or organization is in compliance with the established security policies and programs or procedures na meron na nakalabel. So yan yung sinatawag natin na security inspection. Then, of course, we have the security clearance. Ang security clearance class, ang purpose niyan, or it is granted class to an individuals, of course, allowing them to access yung mga classified information. Kaya di ba meron tayong tinatawag na need to know basis kung sino lang yung pwedeng maka-access ng classified information or confidential information or yung state or organizational secret or to restricted areas after completion of a thorough background check. So again, yan yung kukunin mo, yung security clearance, okay, before ka class maka-access sa particular classified information kasi di ba kapag ma-divulge ang information, mawawala na yung secret o yung tinatawag natin na yung status or yung asset ng isang company. Okay, security clearance ang ibibigay sa'yo. Ibig sabihin, cleared ka na. Okay, so yun, yung purpose ng what we call the security natin. Okay, so dito tayo. Mag-end tayo ng 11:30 class. Actually, natapos na natin ang security. So mag-proceed tayo dito sa next. Okay, next, tapos na si JB, no? Dito naman tayo si J. GHEI. Available ba si J? Or hindi? Okay, so how about clench? Clench? Wala rin? Okay, si Christopher Somoso. Christopher? Okay, Christopher Somoso. Pao sa Coco. Tsaka pao si... okay, Christopher. Nandyan si Christopher. Wala. Walang mic sa ano. Okay, dito tayo kay si Sir Lemuel. Nasa duty si Sir Lemuel siguro. Okay, so dito tayo sa baba. Ay, sorry. How about si Sir Omic? Omic?
Sir.
Okay, nandyan si Sir Omic. Then after that, si Sir Rafael ang next. Okay, sige, pakibasa, sir.
Okay. What is the highest position of a police officer in the Philippine National Police hierarchy? A. Police General. B. Director General. C. Commissioner General. D. Chief PNP.
Okay, so what is the highest position of a police officer in the Philippine National Police hierarchy? Okay, so let's answer. So it is very basic, di ba? Ito yung famous na video eh. So what is the highest position of a police officer in the Philippine National Police hierarchy? Okay, so of course class, ang tinatanong niya is the position. So very good. So majority of you got the correct answer. So ang sagot natin dyan, that is of course the Chief PNP. Okay, di ba? Chief PNP ang sagot natin dyan. Kasi kapag tinanong niya, what is the highest rank? Okay, ang highest rank natin class, that is Police General. Okay, ang Chief PNP, of course, that is the highest position. But of course, iisang tao lang yan sila. Okay, nakuha ninyo? Then, of course, we have the PNP organization hierarchy or scholar principle na tinatawag natin following the KAO class. Okay, ano yung KAO? Yung letter C, that stands for Chief PNP. Yung next naman is administration. Yung O, operation. And yung C, or the Chief of Directorial Staff. Again, we have the PNP organization or hierarchy or scholar principle na tinatawag natin. So, ang acronym lang natin na tanggapin yung class or na dapat ninyong i-observe or dapat ninyong i-retain. Okay? So, we have the KAO. Mauna dyan, ang first in command class, okay, the Chief PNP. So, di ba? The Chief PNP is the first in command of the PNP organization. The second in command is the Deputy Chief for Administration. Third in command, si Operation. Tandaan nyo, huwag niyong pagbalik na rin si Operation and Administration. And the Chief of Directorial Staff is the fourth in command of the PNP organization. Of course, class, ang Chief PNP, that is the 4-star general, meron siyang rangko na Police General, wherein yung admin, operation, and Chief of Directorial Staff, meron silang ranko na Police Lieutenant General wherein they are 3 stars or 3-star general. Ulitin natin. Magkaiba ang rank sa tinatawag natin na position or sa tinatawag natin na chain of command. Again, si Chief PNP, the first in command in the PNP organization. Si admin naman, second in command. Si operation naman, third in command. And Chief of Directorial Staff is the fourth in command in the PNP organization. So again, magkaiba yung rank sa tinatawag natin na position sa tinatawag natin na chain of command following the KAO. Of course, it is the original of the Cream Coach Philippines. Okay, so yan yung tinatawag natin na KAO or the PNP organizational structure na tinatawag natin. So again class, may tanong ako, may sub-question ako na tanong dito. So ano naman or sino naman yung tinatawag natin na Chief Executive Officer or the CEO of the Philippine National Police? Again, sino naman yung tinatawag natin na what we call the CEO or the Chief Executive Officer of what we call the Philippine National Police Organization? Okay, so sino yung ano natin doon? Sino yung Chief Executive Officer or the CEO of the Philippine National Police Organization? Okay. Okay, saan naman yung iba? Saan yung sagot ng iba, class? Okay, so again, ang CEO class hindi si President ha. Okay, ang Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine National Police, of course si Chief PNP. Okay? Bakit sinagot yung si President? Saan niyo naman kinuha yung President na yan? Of course, 'di ba si Chief PNP is the Chief Executive, okay? The Chief Executive or yung tinatawag natin Chief Executive sa Armed Forces of the Philippines, okay? Bakit niyo naman sinagot si President dito sa PNP? Again, ang Chief Executive Officer or yung CEO, ang katumbas ng CEO sa PNP class is the Chief PNP. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba ninyo class? Nakuha ninyo, nasundan? Or bakit hindi walang sumasagot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, again si Chief PNP ang tinatawag natin na Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine National Police organization or hierarchy. Okay, how about naman follow-up question? Sino naman yung tinatawag natin na COO, the Chief Operating Officer of the Philippine National Police? Pili lang kayo doon sa apat klasa, yung apat na position na nabanggit ko. Huwag kayong magbanggit na wala sa admin, operation, DS, Chief PNP. Again, kung si Chief PNP is the Chief Executive Officer of the Philippine National Police, sino naman ngayon ang Chief Operating Officer of the Philippine National Police? Sino naman? Again, sino naman ang Chief Operating Officer of the Philippine National Police? Paki-specify or pakilagay sa comment section, class. Okay, so lahat sumagot ha. Bakit wala, konti lang yung sumasagot? Okay, so let's answer. So again, kung si Chief PNP is the Chief Executive Officer, ang CEO naman class, okay, ang CEO naman, okay, ang sagot natin dyan class, tandaan nyo kung si Chief PNP is the CEO, ang CEO naman or the Chief Operating Officer of the Philippine National Police hierarchy is what we call the Chief Directorial Staff. Okay, siya yung tinatawag natin na COO. First time niyo ba narinig to class? Bakit wala kayong alam dito? First time niyo lang nalaman yung CEO at COO ng PNP? Bakit first time? Bakit may president kanina tapos ngayon mali na naman? Okay. So ulitin natin ang ilang ulit na yan tinanong sa board exam sa board exam. So ang Chief Executive Officer is the what they call the Chief PNP, and then we have the Chief of Directorial Staff naman, yung tinatawag natin na, of course, siya yung tinatawag natin na COO or the Chief Operating Officer of the PNP organization. Nakuha ba? Nakuha class? Nakuha? Nakunin? Okay na? Wala nang tanong? Wala na ba? Okay na?
Okay na, sir.
Okay, sige. Next. Okay, so dito tayo kay after kay Rafael, si Rafael na, tapos na pala si Mark.
A consciously coordinated social entity with a relatively identifiable boundary that function on a relatively continuous basis to achieve a common goal or set of goals. A. Organization. B. Administration. C. Police organization. D. Police administration.
Okay, so a consciously coordinated social entity with a relatively identifiable boundary that functions on a relatively continuous basis to achieve a common goal or sets of goals. Okay, what is your answer? A consciously coordinated social entity that is Okay, so of course that is organization. Okay, so ayan, organization. Tandaan nyo lang class, pag sinabi, wait lang, baka may sub-question dito. Okay, wala naman pala. Okay, so tandaan nyo lang class, pag sinabi nating organization, ano yung keyword natin sa organization class? Ano ba yung tinatandaan niyo na keywords kapag sinabi nating organization? Okay. Tandaan nyo lang, pag sinabi nating organization, it talks about the structure. Okay, ang focus na natin pag sinabi nating organization, it talks about the structure. Okay, from the higher rank hanggang sa baba. So yan yung tinatawag natin na organization. It is the structure. Nakuha niyo? Again, pag sinabi nating organization, it talks about the structure of the police organization or the police hierarchy or the PNP hierarchy na sundan. Okay, how about naman kapag sinabi nating administration class? Ano yung keyword na dapat ninyong sundan dyan? Pag sinabi nating administration. Sige nga. Okay, so pag sinabi nating administration, what is administration? Okay, so what is administration class? Sige, sa tingin nyo, what is administration? Operation. Okay, malapit na JB. Malapit na. Nagsa-start sa letter F. Letter F. Okay, very good. So pag sinabi nating administration class, it talks about the function. Okay, very good. Sino yung si JB, sorry. It talks about the function. Yan yung tinatawag natin na administration. Again, pag sinabi nating organization, it talks about the structure. While ang administration naman, it talks about the function. So, yun yung purpose niyo nakalagay dito, a consciously coordinated social entity. Okay? Social entity, ibig sabihin, structure yung class. With a relatively identifiable boundary that functions on relatively continuous basis to achieve a common goal or set of goals. Okay? So, yan yung purpose ninyo. So, functional or function. So, again, ang organization, it talks about the structure. Ang administration naman, it talks about the police, ay the function. Of course, pag sinabi nating police organization, it is the structure in relation to the police service. While ang police administration, it talks about the function in relation to the police service. Naintindihan ninyo? Naintindihan ba? Okay na ba? Wala nang tanong dito sa organization and administration class? Wala na? Naintindihan na? Okay, so kapag may tanong kayo, don't hesitate to raise your hand. Okay, next question tayo. Okay, babalik tayo sa taas. Natapos na natin si Richard. Next naman kay Abayon. Abayon?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige. Pakibasa po. Okay.
According to RA 6975, the nature of the PNP shall be A. Nucleus of the police organization, B. Attached with the military, C. Civilian in nature, D. The primary police organization of the land.
Okay. So according to Republic Act 6975, the nature of the PNP shall be letter A, nucleus of the police organization, letter B, attached with the military, letter C, civilian in nature, and letter D, the primary police organization of the land. Okay. Okay, what is your answer, class? Okay, lahat sumagot ilan tayo natira dito? 12. Madali lang naman, class. Okay na ba? Okay, so let's answer. Okay, so yan yung purpose natin. Of course, ang sagot natin dyan, class, that is civilian in character. Of course, ulitin natin. So again, ang sagot natin dyan, according to Republic Act 6975, of course, ang pinaka-basis talaga natin dyan is the 1987 Constitution. So the nature of the PNP shall be, of course, civilian in character. So that is letter C. Kasi of course, nanggaling yan, of course, Article 16, Section 6 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Nakalagay dyan, the state shall establish and maintain one police force. So dapat iisa lang yung police force na meron tayo sa Pilipinas. So of course, class, magkakaroon lang tayo ng dalawa na police force kapag palitan natin, of course, ang Constitution. Kasi nakalagay dyan, the state shall establish and maintain one police force. Iisa lang. So from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, iisa lang yung police force na meron tayo. Which shall be national in scope. Ibig sabihin, ang sakop mo kapag police officer ka, national in scope. So meaning, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na Luzon o sa Luzon lang, sa Luzon ka lang na police. Hindi kapag punta ka sa Visayas, hindi pwede yon. So meaning, kapag pumunta ka sa Visayas and Mindanao, police ka pa rin. Kasi nga, di ba, national in scope and civilian in character. Pag sinabi natin civilian in character, no part of the PNP is in military. Ibig sabihin, walang pwedeng makahalo na part of the military sa PNP. Kasi di ba, civilian in character. But of course, di ba, ang papasok sa PNP is civilian. Okay, so civilian in character. To be administered and controlled by the NAPOLCOM or the National Police Commission. Of course, yung local chief executives naman, that is the mayor and the governor, over the police units in their respective jurisdiction, whether it is in the city or municipality, as provided by the law. Again, ang dapat ninyong ma-memorize or dapat ninyong ma-master yung Article 16, Section 6 of the 1987 Constitution. Again, the state shall establish and maintain, iisa lang, one police force, which shall be national in scope and civilian in character. Ang scope niya is national, ang character or ang nature niya is civilian in nature or civilian in character. Of course, ang may overall supervision and control is the NAPOLCOM, yung sa ating PNP, and the authority of local executives or local chief executives on the local, of course, on the police units in the respective jurisdiction in the city or municipality. Okay, so yan yung Article 16, Section 6 of the 1987 Constitution. Nakuha ba? Nakuha ninyo? Okay, so yan. So very important yan. Then, of course, dito tayo. So, okay, next. Pakibasa nga or pakisagot nga si JB next. Si JB.
Kumain na ako, Coach.
Ay, kumain ka? Sige, madali na naman. Meron na lang tayong 10 minutes. Ay, si ano na lang. Ay, sige.
The study of process and the conditions of law enforcement as the component of the CGS is called organization, administration, police organization, police administration.
Okay, so sinabi niya, it is the study of processes. Yan yung keyword ninyo, class. And the conditions of law enforcement as component of the criminal justice system in connection with the police service. Okay, what is your answer, class? Lahat sumagot, paki-participate, class, yung ano. Okay, of course, ang sagot natin dyan, that is, of course, police administration. Diba? Processes, of course, the function. So nakuha nyo na class, di ba? Ang daling i-dissect or daling sagutan kasi nga di ba tinuruan ko kayo. Okay, of course, dapat be specific sa mga binabasa ninyo or na-encounter niyo na terms. So di ba? Ayan, study of processes. Okay, pag sinabi natin processes, of course, it is the function. So that's why present ang nakalagay dyan, law enforcement. So sinabi ko diba, do not assume unless it is stated. So nakalagay mismo ang law enforcement. So that's why it is a police administration. Nakuha ninyo? Nakuha ba? Nasundan? Okay lang class ang ating ang flow? Nakuha. Okay, so yan. So very good. Okay, so nakakasunod. Okay, next. Ay, sorry. Okay, next tayo. Okay, next we have, okay, pag sinabi nating administration class, of course, it is the managing and organizing. In other words, it is the function that occurs at the highest level of an organization. While ang police administration, it is the study of processes or functions and the conditions of the law enforcement as the component of the criminal justice system. While ang police organization class, nakalagay dyan, it is the structure. Di ba? Sinabi ko kanina, pag sinabi nating organization or ang term na organization, it talks about the structure of a group or trained personnel dealt with achieving the following goals and objectives of the organization. So again, ulitin natin, pag sinabi nating administration, it is the processes or it is the function, while the police organization or the organization itself or organization alone, it is the structure. Nakuha? Then, of course, we have dito tayo. Dito tayo, anong oras na ba? Okay, so next tayo na magbabasa sino yung active kanina na natin. Maghanap tayo Sino yung available dyan class to read? Okay, si Karina. Karina?
Ako na, sir.
Ay, ayan. Sige. Thank you.
The PNP is considered servants of the community who depends for the effectiveness of their functions upon the express wishes of the people. This is in adherence with the A. Continental theory, B. New concept, C. Home rule theory, D. Old concept.
Okay, so the PNP is considered servants of the community. So doon nga mag-focus class. Ibig sabihin, nagpa-function sila based on the expressed wishes of the people. So what is that theory or is that concept? Correct. Okay, tandaan nyo lang servants of the community. Servants of the community. Okay, very basic yan class, di ba? Okay, so okay, very good. So ang sagot natin dyan, that is home rule theory. So again, pag sinabi natin home rule theory, ibig sabihin, the PNP officers or the PNP is considered as the servants of the community. Ibig sabihin, nagpa-function sila based on the wishes or the expressed wishes of the people. Ibig sabihin, ang boss nila, yung tinatawag natin na community or the citizen. So that's why it is the home rule theory. Pag sinabi naman natin class na continental theory, tandaan nyo pag sinabi naman natin continental theory, ang PNP is considered as the servant of the few higher authorities. Ibig sabihin, nagpa-functions yung mga police officers natin based on the wishes ng iilan lang, yung nasa posisyon. So that's why it is a continental theory. Pag sinabi naman natin old concept class and new concept, of course, ang old concept class, masasabi natin na effective ang police kapag mas marami silang naaresto. Okay, again, pag sinabi natin old concept, the effectivity of the police is based on the number of arrests. The more number of arrests, the more effective they become. So yun yung tinatawag natin na old concept. Ulitin natin. Nawala ba yung sound? Or bumalik ba? Bumalik, tingnan nyo class. Baka nawala ako. Okay na ba?
Okay na, sir.
Okay na. Sige. Ulitin natin. Pag sinabi natin old concept class, tandaan nyo lang pag sinabi natin old concept, ibig sabihin, masasabi natin na effective ang police based on the number of arrest. Okay, isulat ko lang dito para makopy na niyo, no? Mag-ano tayo? Mag-annotate. So, ayan. Sana ba yun? Okay. So again, masasabi natin or matatawag natin na effective ang police based on the number of arrests. The more number na naaresto, the more na masasabi natin na effective yung police organization natin. So that is based on the old concept. Pag sinabi naman natin new concept sa ngayon class, naka-based ang effectivity ng police based on the tinatawag natin na lower crime rate. Kapag konti lang yung nangyayaring krimen sa ating bansa, ibig sabihin effective ang police natin. So that is based on the new concept. Okay? So based on the lower crime rate. So kasi ang old concept class, reactive in nature. Mag-a-action na sila or magbibigay sila ng action kapag may nangyaring krimen. Okay? Hintayin muna nila may nangyaring krimen before sila mag-action. That's why it is a reactive in nature. While ang tinatawag natin sa new concept, okay, reactive, ano naman yung ano natin, proactive sila. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa nangyayari or wala pang nangyayaring krimen, meron na silang agad na possible, okay, na as much as possible, hindi dapat mangyari yung krimen na to within our community. So that's why it is a new concept. Ulitin natin. Ang continental theory and old concept, okay, unahin muna natin ang old concept. Ang home rule theory rather versus continental theory. Ang home rule theory, ang PNP daw or yung mga police officer, it is considered as the servants of the community. O ibig sabihin, nagpa-function sila sa kagustuhan ng mamamayan. So that is home rule theory. While ang continental theory, ang PNP or yung police officer, nagpa-function sila based on the expressed wishes ng iilan lang, yung few higher authorities. While ang new concept sa ngayon class, masasabi natin na effective ang police based on the lower crime rate. Mas mababang crime rate, mas effective daw ang police. Pag sinabi naman natin old concept sa dati, of course, masasabi natin na effective sila based on the higher number of arrests. Okay, the more number of arrests na naaresto, the more na matatawag natin or masasabi natin na effective ang police. Pag sinabi natin new old concept, they are reactive in nature, mag-action na sila kapag may nangyaring krimen. Ang new concept na lang, ang new concept naman, mag-action naman sila kapag what we call merong or wala pang krimen na nangyayari, binibigyan or ginagawa na nila ng paraan para to avoid or to suppress the occurrence of the crime or criminality in the society. Yun yung purpose ng new concept natin. Naintindihan nyo ba? Naintindihan ba, class? Okay. So, ayan. Diyan muna tayo mag-end. So, ayan, para makakain na kayo. Okay, bukas, titingnan ko lang ako anong oras tayo mag-meet. PM lang ako sa GC natin. Okay, so kasi ano na lang, of course, natapos na natin ang security, then dito tayo, meron tayong comparative, CFLM 1 and 2, madali lang naman yon. So, but of course, dapat ano natin. So, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano atakihin ang Leia. Madali naman ang Leia. Okay, so nakuha nyo ba yung explanation natin ngayon? Sir, nawala po ata yung sa coach, anong subject yung first part? Ang first part natin, ano yun, sa organization, yung tingnan nyo lang doon, i-review niyo ang part 1. Hindi ko na nilagyan ng subject class ha. Nilagay ko lang part 1, part 2, part 3 kasi continue yung ating discussion sa Leia. Ano nyo lang, basta yung lahat ng mga hindi nakahabol, dapat sundan ninyo. Nakalagay naman doon kung ano yung kasi pinapakita ko yung ating TOS. Okay? Okay, interagency approach yung una natin. But of course, class, halo-halo na yon kasi dire-diretso ko. Kaya instead na subject ang inilagay ko, part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 4, 5, 6, ganon. Para lahat ng part, panuorin nyo talaga, di ba? So para from start to end, i-ano nyo ulit i-review nyo ulit class walang mag-relax. Dapat pagdating ng final coaching na talaga. Ibig sabihin, ready na talaga kayo isabak sa board exam. Nakuha ninyo? Okay, so ayan class, dapat i-review nyo lahat ng pinapasa nating video. Kasi, di ba, para para effective or yung discussion natin is tuloy-tuloy. Okay, so see you bukas. Stop mo na ang share natin. Okay, so see you ulit tomorrow class kung baka